Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am taking you through a 40-minute full body Pilates workout. You don't need any equipment today, and we're getting started in an all-fours position, stacking shoulders over wrists and hips over knees. Let's warm up through the wrists by gently circling the shoulders around the wrists. So circling them up and over to the right to start, palms staying firmly planted on the floor, just circling your upper body around, gently stretching out through the wrists. And let's switch directions, circling to the left now, making these circles as big or as small as you want to. Just give me 2 more in this direction. And last one. Hold through center now and flip your palms around so that your fingers are facing back towards your knees and your wrists are facing forward. If this is a nice stretch for you, stay here. If you want to get a little bit deeper, start to slightly shift your shoulders forward and backwards over the wrists, deepening that stretch up the fronts of the wrists. Just give me 1 more shift forward and 1 more shift back. And then flip your palms around so your fingers are facing forward again, shoulders are still stacked over the wrists. And take an inhale as you drop your stomach to the floor and lift your chest and chin through your shoulders. Exhale, tuck chin to chest, curve up through the spine. Again, inhale, arch through the back, chin and chest lift. Exhale, curve through the spine, chin tucks in towards the chest. Give me 2 more here. Inhaling, finding our cow pose, arching through the back. And exhaling to find our cat, curving through the spine. Just give me 1 more here, warming up through the spine as we inhale, stretching out the front side of the body. And exhale to stretch out the back. Hold in your neutral spine now. Inhale here and exhale, press your hips back, finding a child's pose. Inhale, shift forward again to an all-fours position. Exhale, hips press back, just 2 more like this. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, press back, dynamic child's pose, last one here. Press the hips back, then shift forward again. Walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. Inhale here, and again, exhale, press the hips down and back. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, press back, feeling that stretch up the left side of the body. 2 more like this. And last one, inhale, shift forward. Exhale, back. Come back to all fours, walk your hands over to the left side of the mat now, and we'll do the same thing, inhaling here, exhaling to press the hips back. 3 more, inhale, shift forward. Exhale back, making sure you're especially pressing down through that right hip to deepen the stretch up the right side of the body. This is your last one here. And hold, shifted forward now. Walk your hands in line with your knees. Then bring your knees out as wide as the mat, keeping your big toes together. Press the hips back, and let's hold in our child's pose now, reaching the arms forward, feeling this full body release and this opening through the hips and the inner thighs. Taking some deep breaths here, getting ready for this workout. Gently start to shift forward now, back into that all-fours position, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. And then tuck your toes under and float your knees a couple of inches up off of the mat, getting ready for our plank walk backs. So step your right foot back, right knee in, other side, left back, left knee in, right knee in. So just holding in that bear hover position, stepping back to our straight arm plank, and then stepping back into that bear, trying to keep our hips nice and lifted the entire time, not letting them drop down towards the mat. Keeping a neutral spine here, not letting it round up towards the ceiling or arch down towards the floor. This is your last one, and let's hold with the knees in. Now let's do step outs. So step the right foot out to the side, left foot out, right foot in, left out, left in, right in. So just alternating stepping out to the sides and stepping back into our bear hover position, trying to keep your hips level the entire time, not letting them pike up, especially as you tap the toes out to the sides. Really starting to warm up through the obliques here, through the sides of the waist. And last one, hold for an inhale in your bear hover, and exhale, drop your knees, untuck your toes, and press your hips back, finding your child's pose once again. Shift forward now, and let's find our modified plank position, getting ready for some tricep push-ups. So shoulders stack over the wrists, and we've got a nice straight line from the top of the head down towards the knees. Bend into your elbows now, scraping them by the rib cage, and then press up through the palms, sit your hips back, child's pose again. Shift forward, bend through the elbows, press up to straight, and sit the hips back. We've got 8 more here. Shift forward, inhale, bend the elbows, exhale, press up and back. Inhale, shift forward, bending the elbows, and exhale, press up and back, getting that quick stretch in our child's pose. Shift forward. During your push-up, I want you to think about hugging your elbows in towards the body, maybe even feeling them scrape by your rib cage as you bend down. Really targeting the backs of the arms, the triceps here, as we bend into the elbows and then press back, child's pose. You've only got 3 more rounds of this. You can do it. We're getting off of our wrists after this, I promise. 2 more here. Inhale, find your push-up. Exhale, press up and back, stretch out through the arms. And last one, maybe lower down a little bit farther. And then press up, and let's hold in our child's pose. Reaching the arms forward, lengthening through those triceps. Maybe bringing the palms together and pulling your thumb back towards your shoulder blades, getting a bit of a deeper stretch into the upper body. Start to shift forward again, and let's get ready for our single leg kick. So come down onto the front side of your body and interlace your hands in front of your chest, stacking shoulders over elbows. Lift up and engage through the core, so think about lifting your belly button up off the mat and tucking your hips under, finding a neutral spine. Bring your legs hip distance apart, and on your exhale, pulse your right foot in twice towards the glute. Inhale, send it long. Exhale, left foot pulses in and back. Pulse, pulse, reach. Pulse, pulse, reach. Right foot in, back. Left foot in and back, exhaling to pulse twice. Inhale, reach long. The goal here is maintaining that neutral spine, so making sure it's not arching as you kick the heel in, really squeezing through the glute and the hamstring here, starting to warm up through the lower body. As we exhale, exhale, inhale, reach. Exhale, exhale, inhale, reach. You've got 2 more each side here, pressing up through the forearms, active through the upper body. And last one, send your legs long, and then lower your chest all the way down onto the mat, bringing your arms into a goal post position with the elbows straight out from the shoulders. Keep your legs hip distance apart and tuck your hips slightly under, once again finding that neutral spine, lifting the core up as if there was a blueberry under your stomach you were trying not to crush. And then on your exhale, lift up through the chest and the arms, reach your arms forward, pull them back, and lower down. Again, lift up through the head and the chest, arms reach forward, pull back in line with the shoulders, and lower down. Inhale, lift, exhale, reach, inhale, pull, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, exhale, press, and pull, lower down, working through the upper back muscles now. Squeezing through the lats as we reach the elbows forward and pull them back here. Just give me 2 more rounds of this. Lift up, press forward, pull back, lower down. Last one, lift the chest, reach the arms forward, pull them back, and lower down through the chest. Lean your head onto your left cheek now, getting a nice little neck stretch. And and then switch over, leaning onto the right cheek. Come back through center now, placing your forehead down on the mat, and reach your arms forward, bringing them as wide as the mat, and separate your legs out as wide as the mat as well. We're gonna lift arms and legs at the same time now. So inhale to prepare, exhale, lift up through the chest, arms and legs. Inhale, lower everything down. Exhale, lift, squeezing through the glutes, squeezing through the upper back here. Making sure that we're not lifting so high that we start to arch through the lower back here. We want to maintain that neutral spine, that core engagement as we exhale, lift everything up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, squeeze everything, lift and lower. Hold everything lifted now, and let's go swimming, tapping down opposite arm and leg, and switch. Switch and switch, so staying lifted through the chest, just alternating tapping opposite arm and leg like you're swimming through the ocean as you tap and switch, switch and switch. And lower everything down, bring your hands under your shoulders and press yourself up and back, finding your final child's pose. Either stick with this child's pose, or if you're wanting a deeper stretch through the upper body, shift forward, stacking hips over your knees, and then walk your hands forward, dropping your head and your chest down towards the mat, finding your puppy pose, really arching through the spine here, feeling that deep release through the upper body. Gently start to come out of this stretch now, walking your hands back towards your hips. And let's flip around so that we're laying on the back side of our body now, getting ready to work the abs. So lay flat on your back with your knees bent and your feet hip distance apart. Interlace your hands behind your head now with the elbows out nice and wide, getting ready to start with some basic crunches. So take an inhale to prepare, and on your exhale, crunch up through the head, neck, and shoulder blades. Inhale, lower back down. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower. Just give me 3 more like this, starting to warm up through the abs. Just 2 more here. And last one. Let's add an alternating knee lift now. So as you crunch up, lift your right knee up into a tabletop position. Inhale, lower everything down. Exhale, crunch, lift the left knee. Inhale, down, right knee lifts and lower. Left knee lifts and lower. 3 more each side, stacking the knee directly over the hip, crunching up onto the shoulder blades with the upper body, hinging at the middle of the back, at the bottom of your rib cage here. Just give me 1 more each side, crunching up. And hold with the left knee lifted now. Lift your right knee up to meet it, finding your legs in a tabletop position, stacking knees over the hips. And let's find a combo. Extend your left leg long down the mat. Rotate left elbow to right knee. Come through center, left knee bends in. Right leg extends. Rotate, come through center, bend the knee. Left leg goes long. Find your rotation. Come through center, bend the knee in. Right leg. Rotate, center, and bend. Inhaling to extend the leg, exhale, rotate. Inhale through center, exhale, bend the knee in. So working the entire core here, finding a little bit of oblique work with that rotation. Lower abs with the leg extending, hovering over the mat. Keep your lower back pressed into the ground here. If you feel it starting to creep up, I want you to extend your leg out at a higher angle. But this is your last one here, extending the right leg, rotate, come through center, and bend the knee in. Let's finish this series with our crisscross, so reaching opposite elbow towards opposite knee and just switching from side to side. Switch and switch. Rotating from the middle of your spine, your thoracic spine here, as you alternate drawing one knee in, extending the other long. You can do it. We've only got 3 more here. And last 2. And last 1. Come through center, lower down through the chest, hug your knees in towards the body, maybe rocking gently from side to side, massaging out through the lower back. Maybe circle out your knees a couple of times in each direction, just releasing through the body here. When you're ready, gently release your feet back down onto the mat, and let's get ready for a bridge series. Keeping the knees bent and the feet hip distance apart, inhale to prepare, and exhale, lift your hips up towards the sky in your bridge position. Inhale, lower the hips down, exhale, lift. Just 8 more like this, gently warming up the glutes now as we inhale, tap the hips down, exhale, lift. I want you to focus on keeping a neutral spine here, so making sure we're not arching the back as we lift the hips, just keeping the natural curve of your lower back the same the entire time as you lower the hips and lift them up, pressing through the feet to increase that engagement up the backs of the legs, the hamstrings, and the glutes. Hold with your hips lifted now. Option to reach the arms straight up from the shoulders with the palms facing in. And on your inhale, open arms and legs to the sides. Exhale, close them in. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Getting into the outer glutes and thighs now, the glute medius. As we inhale, open, rolling onto the outer edge of the feet, and exhale, close. Keeping the hips lifted up at the same height the entire time, nice and engaged through the core to help you do so. As you inhale, open, exhale, close. At any point, feel free to drop your arms down onto the mat if you're wanting a bit more support through the upper body. This is your last one. And hold through center. Inhale to prepare now. Exhale, tap the knees together. Inhale, parallel. Exhale, squeeze the knees. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. So squeezing through the inner thighs now, the adductors. As we inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. Just reaching up with the arms. Arms stay nice and frozen. Working on that nice upper body core engagement here as we work through the legs. As we inhale, parallel. Exhale, squeeze. This is your last one here. Hold through center, and let's finish with pulses up for 10. For 9, little lifts and lowers with those hips squeezing up and down through the glutes. Just for 4, last 3, 2, hold lifted for an inhale, and exhale, roll down through the spine. Drop your arms down to the mat, and just windshield wiper your knees from side to side for a quick break, releasing through the glutes and the hips. Hold your knees through center now, and let's get ready for our next bridge series. So lift your hips up in your bridge position, and let's lift the right knee up to tabletop. Place it down, lift the left knee up, and place it down. Exhale, right knee lifts, inhale, lower. Exhale, left knee lifts, inhale, lower. If this is too much, I want you to give me alternating heel lifts instead, but wherever you are, I want you to focus on keeping your hips lifted at the same height the entire time. We've just got one more each side here, and left knee, and lower. Hold the right knee lifted, and let's find a little combo. Lower your hips halfway to the mat, lift them up, tap the right toes down, and lift. Again, hips lower halfway, and lift, toes tap down, and lift. 6 more, hips lower, and lift, toes tap, and lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift, inhale, tap, exhale, lift. So not lowering the hips all the way down onto the mat, just finding a little half lower and lift, keeping maximum tension on that left glute. We've only got 2 more here. Try to keep your hips nice and lifted. Last one. Tap the toes down and up. Let's finish with pulses up with the hips for 10. For 9, you can do it. Squeeze up a little bit higher, feeling this all through that left glute. Just for 4 more. Last 3, 2, and 1. Place your right foot down and roll down through the spine. Cross left ankle over right knee now and hug your right knee in towards the chest, getting a nice immediate release through the left glute. Release your feet back down onto the mat now, and extend your legs long in front of you, reaching your arms up overhead, getting ready for our Pilates roll-up. We'll start out nice and slow, taking an inhale to prepare, and on your exhale, crunch up through the upper body and reach your arms down by your hips. Inhale here for a pause. On your exhale, tuck your hips under, roll up through the spine. Inhale, reach your arms up, seated straight up. And exhale, reach forward over the legs. Inhale, arms reach back up. Exhale, hips tuck under, roll down through the spine. Inhale, arms overhead. Let's do that again. Exhale, crunch up, hands come by the hips. Inhale for a pause. Exhale, roll up through the spine. Inhale, reach the arms up nice and tall. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, we roll down, and the arms reach overhead. Either stick with that pace or let's speed it up. So this time on your inhale, roll all the way up through the spine. Exhale, reach the arms forward. Inhale, roll down through the spine. Exhale, arms overhead. 5 more. Inhale, roll up through the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll down. Exhale, arms overhead, rolling up through the spine, tucking the hips under, rounding through the back. Then finding that release through the backs of the legs on your forward fold. As we roll up, reach forward, roll down, arms reach overhead. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. This is your last one, rolling up, and then hold in a halfway roll down position, reaching the arms straight out from the shoulders. Inhale to prepare here. Exhale, reach your arms straight up overhead. Inhale, lower them back down to shoulder height. Exhale, lift them up so everything stays frozen except for the arms, holding in that half roll down position. A modification here would be bending the knees, placing the feet back on the ground, but if you're wanting a challenge, keep them nice and extended. And let's hold the arms straight out in front of us now. Rotate your arms to the right, come through center, rotate to the left, come through center. Just give me one more each side like this, twisting through the middle of the spine. Now option to add an alternating knee lift, so rotate to the right, lift the right knee. Come back through center, rotate to the left, lift the left knee. Come back through center, inhaling to rotate. Exhale, pull through center, inhale to the left. Exhale through center. Modifications here would be ditching the knee lift, or just like before, bending the knees, pressing the feet flat down into the mat. Whatever's working for you today. As we inhale, rotate to the left. Exhale through center. Just give me 2 more each side here, feeling this through the obliques, the sides of the waist. Last one, rotate right and center, rotate left, hold through center, and let's finish with pulses back with the chest for 10. For 9, reaching forward with the arms, little lifts and lowers up and down with the chest. Only here for 4 more, last 3, 2, and 1. Scoop up through the abs, reaching the arms nice and tall, and then reach forward, finding your forward fold, maybe grabbing hold of your toes, ankles, backs of the knees, just taking some deep breaths here. Walk your hands back up your legs now, reach your arms straight out from the shoulders, and roll all the way down onto your back. Hug your knees in towards your chest now, and lift up through your upper body, reaching your arms down by your hips. And let's get ready for our double leg stretch. So in the double leg stretch, we extend arms and legs at the same time and then pull everything back in. Here we go. Inhale, arms and legs go long in opposite directions. Exhale, knees pull in, arms sweep around. Again, inhale, send everything long. Exhale through center, 8 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, center, lower back pressing down into the mat here. Modification would be laying down through the upper body if you're feeling any tension through the neck, and just kicking the legs out and pulling them in. But wherever you are, I want you to inhale as you extend, and exhale, pull everything in. We're just here for 3 more. And last 2, you can do it, breathing here. Last 1, inhale, reach long. Exhale, draw everything in, hug the knees in and lower down through the chest for a quick rest. We've we've only got one more move in this ab series. We'll be doing some leg lowering bicycles. So interlace your hands behind your head, elbows out wide, and lift up through the upper body one last time. Extend your legs straight up towards the sky now, and on your inhale, lower them straight down towards the mat. Exhale, bicycle the knees in and straight back up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, bend the knees, lift the legs. 3 more in this direction. Inhaling to lower the legs down. Exhale, bend the knees in, legs kick up. Last one here. And let's put it in reverse. Bend the knees, kick them straight out, lift the legs straight up. Bend the knees, kick out, and lift. Inhale, bicycle the legs out. Exhale, lift. Just 2 more here. And last one. Inhale, bicycle. Exhale, lift. Let's finish with 5 straight leg lowers now. So inhale, legs go straight down. Exhale, they lift up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift. I know this is challenging. We've only got 3 more here. You can do it. Last 2. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift up. Last one here. Lower the legs down. And lift them up. Hug the knees in. Lower down through the chest. Awesome job. Reach through your knees now. Grab a hold of the outsides of your feet, opening the feet up towards the sky, finding your happy baby pose, one of my favorites. Such a nice release for the full body, especially the hips and the inner thighs. Maybe gently rocking from side to side on the low back, taking some deep breaths here after that challenging core series. Slowly draw the knees together now. Inhale, pull your knees in one last time, and exhale, float your feet back down onto the mat. Bend your knees, feet are hip distance apart, and let's come back to that bridge series from earlier in class. So inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift your hips up, finding your bridge position. Inhale, hips tap down. Exhale, lift. 8 more like this. We've already seen this series. We know where we're headed as we tap the hips and lift. Just like last time, I want you to focus on your neutral spine, making sure you're not lifting your hips so high that your lower back starts to arch. Just root down through the feet. Feel that engagement up the backs of the legs as you tap the hips and lift, hugging in through the core, drawing belly button down towards the spine with that nice core engagement as well. Hold your hips lifted now. Option to reach the arms up again. And inhale, open arms and knees out to the sides. Exhale, draw everything through center. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. 8 more here. Always having the option to drop the arms, laying them flat by your sides if you want a little bit more support. Just inhaling as we roll onto the outer edges of the feet. Exhaling to close, keeping the hips nice and lifted, really getting in again to those outer glutes, outer thighs. Because this is the second time we're going through this, maybe try to lift your arms if you didn't the first time, or open the knees a little bit wider. Think about how you can make this even more challenging than the first time through this series. Hold everything in now and tap your knees together, bring them parallel. Squeeze the knees in and back through center, working into those inner thighs, again, those adductors. As you exhale, squeeze, inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. So we're not just tapping here, we're squeezing like there's a lemon between your thighs and you're trying to squeeze all the juice out. Just for 4 more like this. Exhaling to squeeze the knees together, just 2 more here. And a last one. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, open. Let's finish with those pulses up for 10. For 9, little lifts and lowers up and down with those glutes here. Just for 5, last 4, 3, 2, hold lifted and roll down through the spine. Arms come down by your sides. And again, just windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Hold your knees through center now. We've just got 1 more glute bridge series, so press your hips up, finding that bridge position one last time. Inhale to prepare, exhale, lift the left knee to tabletop. Inhale, tap it down, exhale, right knee lifts. Tap it down, left knee, down, right knee. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Just give me 2 more each side. This is the last time you're seeing this marching series. And last one each side. Let's hold with the left knee lifted now and find that combo. Lower your hips halfway down to the mat. Lift up, tap the left toes down and lift. Hips lower, lift, toes tap, and lift. 6 more. Hips lower halfway and lift. Toes tap down and lift. Breathing here, pressing up through the right foot, nice and engaged, feeling this fire up through the right glute as we lower and lift, toes tap down and up. Just 2 more rounds of this. You can do it. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Last one here, toes tap down. Hold the left knee lifted, finish with pulses up for 10. For 9, squeezing up and down through the right glute. Can you lift up a little bit higher here? Just for 4, last 3, 2, and 1. Place the left foot down, roll all the way down through the spine, cross right ankle over left knee, and draw your left knee in towards your chest for that nice stretch through the right glute. Slowly release your feet back down onto the mat, and let's get ready for our final series of this class. We're coming into a forearm plank combo. So flip over onto the front side of your body, dropping forearms down onto the mat, stacking shoulders over elbows, making sure your arms are forming an 11. They are nice and parallel. And then step your feet back, forming a straight line from the top of your head to your heels. Let's draw right knee in towards the chest, piking your hips slightly towards the sky. Step it back. Left knee draws in. Step it back. Now tap the right toes to the side and in. Left toes out and in. Again, right knee draws to chest. Press back. Left knee in and back. Right toes step out and in. Left toes out and in. 6 more rounds of this. Right knee in and left knee in. Right toes step out, trying to keep your hips nice and level as you tap the toes out, piking them slightly up as we draw knees in, tugging the nose in towards the knee. Tap right foot out and left foot out. We've only got 4 more rounds of this. This is your final series of this class. Give it all you got. Pressing down through the forearms, nice and active through the upper body here. Belly button is lifting up towards the spine, nice and engaged through the core. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. This is your second to last round. Give it all you got. Maybe take it a little bit slower, a little bit more controlled. This is your final round. Right knee in, left knee in. Right foot taps out and in, left foot out and in. Drop your knees down, sit your hips back, find your very well-deserved child's pose here. Slowly walk your hands in towards your hips and let's roll the shoulders back a couple of times, releasing any tension from that final plank series. And roll them forwards 4 times. Sweep your legs out in front of you now, extending the left leg long, bending your right foot in at the hip. Inhale, reach your arms straight up overhead, and exhale, fall forward over the left leg, stretching out the hamstring, maybe grabbing a hold of the foot, trying to draw your chest down towards your thigh. Walk Walk your hands up your leg now and cross your right foot over left knee, and then reach your left arm up and over, hooking elbow onto right knee, and then look over your right shoulder, finding a nice spinal twist and a bit of a stretch for that right leg. Come out of your twist and then bend your left leg around so your heel is in towards the right glute, and then hug your right knee in towards the chest, pressing your right hip down, feeling a nice glute and hip stretch. Come out of this position now and extend your right leg long with the left foot bent in. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold, stretching out the right hamstring. Walk your hands up your leg, left foot steps over the right knee, and the right arm hooks up and over, finding that spinal twist, looking over the left shoulder this time. Come out of your twist now and bend your right knee in towards the left glute, hugging your left knee in towards your chest, feeling that release for the left glute and hip now. Release this stretch and draw the bottoms of your feet together, grabbing a hold of your ankles, and lean your chest forward down towards your toes. Option to press your elbows gently down onto the knees, deepening the stretch into the inner thighs and the hips. Slowly sit up now and find a cross-legged position in the center of your mat, placing your arms out by your sides. And drop your left ear down towards your left shoulder. Gently roll your chin down towards your chest. Lift right ear to right shoulder and come up through center. Other direction, drop right ear down. Drop chin to chest. Left ear comes up and lift up through center. Let's do one more in each direction, dropping the left ear down. Rolling chin to chest, coming up to the right, and lifting through center. Last one, just releasing any tension through the neck here. And lift up through center. Lift your right arm up and over to the left now. Sweep your arms out in front of you and come up center through the right. Again, left arm up and over to the right. Sweep the arms in front and come up through center. One more each side, right arm up and over. Sweep around and come up through center. Last one, left arm up and over, sweep around, and lift up. Lift your left arm up and over to the right now, just dropping down onto the left forearm, holding here, feeling that stretch for the right side of the body. Lift up through center, other side, left arm lifts up and over now, dropping down onto the right forearm. Slowly come up through center, and let's finish this class with some deep breaths. Inhaling as you reach arms overhead, exhale, press them down. Inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, they lower, just two more like this. Inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, float them down. Last one, inhale, reach up. And exhale, float your arms down by your sides. And that is it for today's 40-minute full body Pilates workout. I hope you liked it. If you did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, everyone.